open house. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Brent Wittenwyler. I am going to be your child's U.S. history teacher for this semester. A little bit about myself. I'm originally from Wisconsin, and I went to the University of Wisconsin. I am currently married to an amazing woman who was a teacher at John Jacobs Elementary School. So I'm sure some of your children remember and or had her at John Jacobs. She has since moved on, but she was there when the juniors were still there. I am an avid Green Bay Packer and Wisconsin Badger fan, so hopefully we have at least one of those seasons. Obviously no Badgers, but hopefully the Packers. I have three beautiful, amazing children. I have two sons who graduated from Thunderbird and are now at ASU along with much of our money. I have a beautiful daughter who is a junior at Thunderbird High School this year. I originally started teaching at Mountain Sky Junior High back when the years still had a 1 in front of them. I started coaching football at Thunderbird High School back in 1996. I did so for 23 years. I was the head football coach here for 13 years, and we won a state championship. And I believe the picture in the bottom left is being blocked by my video, and it would show a golfer because I am now the current head golf coach. The best way to contact me with all of this stuff going on is through email. And my email is pretty simple. It's my first and last name with a period between and at the guhsdaz.org suffix. So if you call the school, you can call the school. I am not at school, and so getting a voicemail there is going to be very sporadic. So again, email is probably the best way. A little bit about this class. Things are looking quite a bit different, obviously, and we're going to go through some of those things in this presentation. I'm sure if you have looked at some other classes this evening, you will probably hear some of the same things. First hour. So I have U.S. history first and second hour. And so first hour of the schedule looks like this. We will meet Mondays from 8 to 8:50. Now, Mondays are supposed to be a little different. They're more for remediation or making things up or doing those types of things, where Tuesday through Friday are built in for more of the actual class time. So Mondays we go only for 50 minutes, and then Tuesday through Friday we go from an hour and a half from 8:30 until 10. I do have office hours by request. I am coaching golf this quarter, so after school it would be better if they ask me or request that I meet with them, because there's a chance that I may not be able to. Second hour, same thing for office hours, but our class times obviously are a little different. We meet from 9 to 9:50 on Mondays, and then our hour and a half block schedule for Tuesday through Friday is from 10:05 until 11:35. What does a typical class period look like? Well, like I said, on Mondays are different. So we will meet at the beginning for about 10 minutes, and we will go over some general information, check for understanding. We'll see if kids are having difficulties or problems, and then we will have maybe an assignment, or we will work on something that we have done in the past that needs some we need to look at a little bit, and then towards the end of the class we will come back together and close up. On Tuesday through Friday, it is a little different, that we will be together for about 10, 15, 20 minutes, depending upon what it is we're doing. Then they will go off and do the lesson or the work that has been assigned to them. And then they will come back, and again, it depends upon what we're doing, anywhere from 10 to 15 to 20 minutes at the end of class to wrap things up and make sure that everything is going smoothly for them. During that time where they are away, I usually give them the option to stay in the room with me, and I am there and available, where they can unmute and ask me questions, or they can ask me questions in the chat. But some, because of technology problems or whatever, will decide to leave, and that's fine as long as they log in towards the whatever assigned time I give them. I need to check for attendance both at the beginning and at the end of class. Some of the issues we're having right now is if kids stay, and then after I come back, those kids can no longer hear me, so they have to log out anyways and come back. So right now it's a little bit of a technology glitch that we're trying to work out and figure out by somebody, well, other than me. This year's block schedule obviously is different. We're going an entire year of U.S. history in one semester. So what we would have normally done in the first semester will now be done in the first quarter, which ends at fall break in mid-October. The second semester will be from after fall break until winter break, and then your students' U.S. history year is over with me. Now they do have the opportunity of having me again next year, which if they're lucky enough to have them or have me next year, that would be much to their benefit because, well, I'm pretty awesome. So anyways, class overview. This is a survey class of U.S. history. We don't dig too deep into it, especially now with the limited time that we have. We kind of go through, we look at some cause effects. We look at how the big picture things that happen that change the course of the United States. At the same time, we're also using the course to enhance critical thinking skills, improve reading and writing abilities of each student. It's going to be a little more difficult this year with the way this is set up, but hopefully we can figure this out. And who knows, maybe we'll be back in person again before the end of the semester. Grades in this class are 50% for tests and quizzes, 30% for classwork, and 20% for the final exam. You can check parent review regularly for current grades. However, many of the U.S. assignments are going to be in Canvas, which is a platform along with Google Classroom. We're going to kind of go back and forth between the two. So if you are in Canvas or you're checking Canvas with your student and you look at their grades and their grades don't match up with Synergy, that's because Canvas and Synergy can't match up, and I cannot weight categories in Canvas. So Canvas is just kind of a running idea of how they're doing and how they did on each assignment if they want to look at that, but their actual grade with the weighted categories will be in Synergy, so make sure that you're looking for that. The district assessment this year is different. Normally it's a 4-day assessment. They are working on changing it. I have not seen it. I don't really know what it's going to be, but I guarantee you they will be ready to take it in December. It's supposed to be a 1-day assessment instead of 4. It's going to be a short little argument essay, and then you have to use some documents to support their opinion. And again, we will not have a problem with this. Late work and retake. So late work, the expectation is that work is completed the day after I give it. So if I give it some assignment on Tuesday, it should be done by Wednesday. Now, in Canvas, it is set up where they need to go sequentially. So if they don't finish assignment number 1, they can't go on to assignment number 2. So hopefully they're using, and there's a slide coming up that will talk about this time wisely so they can stay on track and move forward. But I also know there are things that happen. I mean, I'm teaching from home. My wife is teaching from home. My daughter is learning from home. So there might be internet slowdowns. I have 2 dogs. One's a 10-month-old puppy who at any given moment will have a burst of wild energy, which makes it difficult. So, and I get there are issues, but the solution is communication. So if they communicate with me, we can always work something out. Class expectations. This is very simple. The bottom line is the last one is do the right thing. They're now 16, 17 years old. They know what the right thing is, and just they need to do it. And quite honestly, I have very few problems in this area that are, and quite honestly, no major problems. They are expected to follow the rules. The big one is for this is the 13-day absence and tardy policy. And again, this one's going to be a little bit different this year. If someone, like I've had lots of kids who can't get into the classroom because something's going on, so they will email me. And I will then count them as being present because they're at least reaching out to me. So there's lots of ways we can get around this. But being there and getting the work done is going to be paramount. Being prepared, basically, if they can get there early, one of the biggest problems with this online learning thing is I get 27 kids who show up, and then I get 6 more kids who come in 1 or 2 at a time throughout the lesson. I got to keep going back, and I have to keep letting them into the class. So being there on time is kind of an important thing. And a lot of this stuff is going to be more for when we get back together in person. But just being, turning the work in, being on top of their work, being ready to go, and then, like I said before, doing the right thing. They need to take control of their learning a little more than usual. They are online students right now, and so that means that they get direction from me, they can get help from me, but the bottom line is they need to take care of themselves and their own work. I have a class agenda for U.S. history that they all have in their Google Drive that I update every day, that has what we did, that has links to what we did. So if they are absent a day or they can't get into the class, they should be able to go to, if they can access it. If the reason is they can't get in class is the internet's down, then that's kind of a moot point. But if they can get into their Google Drive and see the agenda later, at least they'll know what to do and they can then take care of that. And if they contact me, again, if they're absent, they can go to the agenda and make up whatever they need to make up, because it's all there for them. I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, again, there's my email. Hopefully this will change soon, and I will be able to meet and see some of your children in person, which would be a nice change. I think my class is much better in person than on the computer, but right now we're going to make the best of what we can, and hopefully it all works out. So I appreciate you coming tonight. If you have any questions, please feel free email me, and you have a great evening. Thank you.